Hey, happy day. Maybe not so happy when I finish with my little rant here today, because I got to tell you, it's about the leaders. The leaders that we have in the world, we're led by fools. Most of the leaders, I got to say, are crazy. They really are crazy. They do crazy things. What have they created as individuals? How do they get into office? They run. Good people don't run because the press is all over good people for bad things that they apparently did in their earlier lives. And hey, they say, I don't need that nonsense. I got a family. I had a girlfriend once. I don't want the world to know, because that's what they focus on. So leave me be. And I'm going to go out and do my own thing. And that's what's going on. And the people that we do have, they're useless. They've never created anything, nothing. Instead, they wreck things and they think that they're special folk, right? And they're not. That is their style. They've never built, fed, fueled, or notably defended their country. Hardly any of them have ever been to war. Hardly any of them were even in the Boy Scouts, for gosh sakes. They're vultures. They live off the corpse of a country that they took over, and then they ruin it. That's what they do. They have no accomplishments in their name, none whatsoever, and yet still they have this drive to get money personally. They all go into office. I say all. There's the odd exception. We get that. But I'm generalizing here. But they all go into office as poor people, and they come out as very rich people. They're corrupt, incompetent, and everything they touch turns to bad, except for them. It turns to good. Look at the Clintons. They went into office as poor folk. They came out worth hundreds of millions of dollars. The Obamas, and on goes the list. Look at all the politicians. There should be a wealth test. You should go to every politician and say, hey, how much are you worth today? And show me how you got that. Oh, you did speeches and you ran a body shop business and you did all of this stuff. But hold it. You were on our payroll. You work for us. It's like you having a girl that works for you in your front office. She works for the neighbor. He pays her. You pay her. Everybody pays her. But she splits your time up. It's not fair. That's the politicians that we're with. And then you swing over to Canada. It's a train wreck. You look at Venezuela and other countries, and you know it's coming. It's coming now to Canada. Let's use that as a world example, because the world is kind of coming that direction as well, or going that direction with regard to a train wreck. Every country that is led by a left-wing group of folks is on the road to destruction. Look at Trudeau in Canada. He's attacked the oil and gas industry. He's attacked the firearm industry. And he's attacked the automobile industry. And now he's going after the farmers. He's going after everybody's freedom. It's effective. Well, it's beyond a socialist country. But now he says farmers. Are these people really that stupid? Not farmers. Trudeau, are they really? He says, you guys, you create carbon and you do all kinds of bad things, so we have to reduce the usage of fertilizer. Your crops are going to be 30% less. This is like Russia. Remember Russia, the Soviet Union? Years ago, everybody had to stand in line to get fed for hours, and that's what Canada wants, I guess. Natural gas is used to make fertilizers, and fertilizers produce carbon emissions, so you can't use any more fertilizers, though are necessary. Farmers need them. Farmers are saying that around the world. And now Trudeau jumps in and he says, that's okay. We'll get past it. He doesn't want us to eat. He doesn't want us to drive. He doesn't want us to defend ourselves. It's against the law in Canada to defend your life with a tool of any kind. You know, Sri Lanka, recently they adopted similar policies to what Trudeau's doing, and they're in total chaos now. I mean, I look at Venezuela, as said earlier, and so many other countries, the Netherlands and Germany, they're all going down that path. Why? Why is that? Why is it happening? As I've so often said, the good news is we can't understand these people, but you can't help but try. I mean, because it's so bizarre. I mean, is there a group of, a goof club or something? Like, what is it? I mean, how do they get like this? I mean, they're all rich. They all have people with guns protecting them, but they don't want any of us to have a good life. We're here to serve, I guess. It's pretty weird. I mean, this World Economic Forum, with the Liberal government, they're collaborating now on this digital ID. That's a Hitler thing. So much of this is a Hitler thing. You go back even to Stalin, millions, tens of millions of people died. They had no food. I mean, he went after the farmers. England, they're paying you now to not farm anymore, right? Come on, that's happening. This World Economic Forum, this Klaus Schwab, he's a destructor. He wants to wreck the world. And he says, we are so very proud of the younger generation, people like Prime Minister Trudeau in Canada. Okay, it's important to note that to travel, you now have to share all of your information in Canada. Again, Hitler did that. I mean, and then they score you. And if you do anything bad, it shows up in your little scorecard, your digital scorecard. And this is really happening. And then you have the New Democratic Party in Canada, who some of those people are saying, Do we really need to have ice hockey rinks anymore? Because, you know, that hurts the environment and it's just bad. I mean, look at the impact on the climate. Is indoor skating on ice a necessity anymore? What? I mean, that's a pause. That's a long pause. You're going to take that away from people too? They're sharp as marbles, these people. And then in British Columbia, Canada's the focus today, but anyone, no matter where you are in the world, America, Britain, India, pay attention, because it's coming to a country near you. It's already there with all the left-wing whacks. I mean, this guy is a liberal MLA, and he's removed from caucus because he questioned climate change science. I question it, you're fired. That's how, hey, it's come to this. That is what's going on. Let me end today with this. I wrote this down. It's startling, it's shocking, it's great. Listen up. People have drive, power, promise, and potential. People must have the same opportunities. What people do with these opportunities is their personal business. It is up to them, up to the people. No political philosophy or politician can guarantee an equality of outcome. People are different from one another. Do you think? Some have ambition, some do not. Some have minds for arithmetic, others for arts. Some are doomed to addiction, and others are inventors. Governments need to keep the playing field level and to be sure that all players follow the rules. Then it's okay to work hard and to succeed. It's up to the individual to succeed. The government is a referee. The government actually is the problem. Oh, good players need to care for injured players too. We all get that. The family who loses their home in a fire, that's social engineering. We get that, and we have that. Governments, get out of our way. But governments say the rich folks are selfish and bad, but they're okay, them being the elite, right? They say that we should all be equal, but we are. Opportunity-wise, except for politicians and friends of politicians, grants and special deals make us all unequal. Governments say that we should all be equal. They are nuts. We want equal opportunity, and the outcome is what it is. We are not the same. Clearly, we are not the same. Thank goodness for that. When you look at what these people are doing, they're destroying the world, Venezuela, etc. Big examples to use. They're going down a path. History repeats itself all of the time. The Prime Minister of Canada, he's on fast track. Other countries are as well. You've got to look around. New Zealand and so many. I could spend a lot of time listing them. I could bore you with a whole bunch of numbers, but you know, that's the bigger picture. Find that out yourself. Go online. It's there. It's dangerous. Farmers being asked not to farm. Food's going to be an issue. Should you all run out and buy a whole bunch of freezer food? Dried food? Of course you should. It's coming to that. These wackos, look at the history. Look what's going on with gasoline and guns and everything else and self-protection. Is it coming to your fridge? It is. Hey, pay attention now. Have a happy day. How can you now? You can actually fight these guys. But in the meantime, fill your cupboards up with food. Okay, see ya.